Okay, I think we are live now. We can get the timing on all of this eventually. Got a brand new game to show off here. I say brand new, it's maybe a couple weeks old. Called Pokémon Unite. So that's pretty dope. Internet seems to be holding well for the moment. Always a good thing there. I have to admit, I haven't tested out the sound for this game. How it sounds through the video, if it's mostly concerned if it's too loud or if it doesn't exist. But took some time to set this all up just right and making sure the internet was gonna hold. So this is an internet based game, so multiplayer. As we know, that works well with my router. Always good stuff there. See how it all turns out. But this is a game I've been playing a little casually, on and off. It's actually like pretty good. Like it's a very nice take on MOBA, the multiplayer online battle arena genre. It's actually like a pretty nice touch to it. Right? Like these CG graphics look pretty good for the game, for this little thing, but it does actually look pretty good once we're actually in the game. But it's a nice little video. I'm actually playing this on one of my other MOBA, right? It's a specific genre, but I'm playing this on another account to show you some of the setups and whatnot. There's actually, like, as you level up, progress through the game, it introduces, I guess, new mechanics for you to work with. And rather than try to unload all of that at once, figure we'd go step by step and just show off how the game works and all that. So this is on the Switch. It's got plans to eventually come to phones, but work with that. This is all just standard stuff. Oh, I have to actually read it. Can I, if I just hit back? Yes, okay. I just have to load it up and that's all it wants to know. Got it. I don't even know what the age for my second account is, honestly. Usually I have a system, but I usually do that for, like, other accounts or, like, email accounts rather than what I do here on console ones. So yeah, we'll go right through all this and just see if this will actually work. I'm gonna go with... Oh, I didn't even... Where did you go? Hang on a minute. Where it is? No. Alright. What I was hoping for was that I could actually use the cursor, but it's not letting me do that because it's highlighted the whole thing. Gonna go with Duke Nova. Why spell out the whole thing? Some creative spelling indeed. So you can choose your appearance. I'll be blonde this time. Why not? Just go with some default faces. Actually, what I should do, I'm gonna give myself a slightly different hairstyle so that way it's easier to show. I'm gonna go with, orange. Who dresses up in purple these days? It's orange and purple as far as the teams are concerned. So that's why you select which one it is there. So, like, we got story here, right? This is all Unite battles. This is the idea of MOBA is that you're trying to beat the other team, as it were. This game plays differently. Like, you've got, like, League of Legends, Dota, Heroes of the Storm, and those all play pretty similar as far as, like, as far as how to beat the other team. This goes differently. Don't worry, we're always, how it works as far as team colors are concerned is we're always purple team. That's always how we are. We can't be the orange team, so orange is always enemies. So you get to see quite a bit of purple here. So you can see, we just use the left joystick to move around. It moves our little Pokemon. And that's what happens. You play, like, as the actual Pokemon themselves. Oh. You can tap the A. In some cases, you can hold down the A button to attack. You can see, like, I'm holding down the A button, and it shows the range of Pikachu's attacks for at least that particular basic attack. Attacking wild Pokemon, or Pokemon in general, and knocking them out gives you points. You can see at the bottom of the screen, there's that little weird Pokeball with the number 4 on it. That tells you how many points you're carrying. Once you're in an opposing team's goal, you hold down the X button, and then it scores points. And that's how you go beat the other team. You can see, like, the Pokemon has a Pokeball and a number above their head. The number tells you how many points they're worth. Typically, it also denotes, like, how difficult they are to knock out. You can see I've also got 2 abilities, ZR and the R button, respectively. You can hold down the button, and it shows you, again, the range for it. And you just let it go, or you can just simply just tap it, and you'll use it. But those abilities are on a cooldown, so you gotta make good use of when and how to use them. We're just gonna... I think it wants me to actually score points before it spawns any more enemies. I was hoping just to go for 1 batch. There we go. Different, like, depending on which Pokemon you play as, they have different attacks, different stats, different rolls, and whatnot. Pikachu's a ranged attack, so he can attack from a further distance. As you level up, you'll gain other moves and whatnot. I can explain more about that in detail as we actually get into the game. But here's an enemy Pokemon. You can see he's got a health bar. Each bar of health, I think, represents 100 HP. So, you can see that war total has quite a bit more HP than I do, just standard. Right now, just on the Switch, it's free to download. It's coming to phones eventually with crossplay and cross-save, if I remember correctly. But right now it's just on the Switch, which works out pretty well. Now we're gonna go play as Charizard. Beautiful work. So you can see, like, there's now a bunch of different Pokemon. It's standard 5v5 matchups, as it is in the usual MOBA genre. These are all Pokemon you can actually play as in the game. Like, it's actually got a pretty solid roster, and each Pokemon has different, like, play styles, different things and whatnot. Yep, it's free. Has microtransactions if you want to spend money, but they're all, like, cosmetic stuff, from what I can tell at the very least. So this is shows you, this is like a smaller version of the standard arena, but this is just showing us there's multiple goal points. If you actually work together to deposit points, you'll be able to deposit faster. You can recover HP in your own goal zones and in your home base as well. So you see, even though my Pokemon that I chose is Charizard, I start off as Charmander. Some Pokemon evolve and whatnot, like, over time, but it's not... It's more like flavor text, as it were, rather than being, like, completely necessary. There we go. And then as I level up, like, when you start off as level 1, you get to choose either your ZR ability or your R button ability. Once you hit level 3, you'll get the second one. Sometimes it's important to know which one you pick first. It's just depending on your just like how well you know your Pokemon and whatnot. And then we'll get into more details about these moves later, but I start off with Flame Burst and then Fire Spin, typically speaking. Charmander Charizard is a melee. I'll get into that, don't worry. Charmander Charizard, that whole family, they're a melee-based group, so you can see my range is much shorter than Pikachu's was. Charmander also deals consistent damage, rather than like a set amount of damage, as it were. This is just telling me that I've leveled up. When you reach certain levels, you can select a power-up for your move. It might completely change the move or just make it a little bit better. And I'll get more into detail that later. I gotta go score points. Hang on a second. No, stay away. Don't do it. So that's good news there. I was trying to score. It's technically not low. I actually still have a fairly good amount of health, all things considering. There we go. Alright. That's 1 goal scored. It's a big amount of points. So we're just gonna flamethrower that, walk back over here, score the 2nd goal. Perfect. Tutorial completed. Now I got 2 opposing Pokemon? Oh, I need to go find some enemies. You can see up on the top left, that's the mini-map. Enemies only show up if essentially they show up on someone's screen. So you don't always know where the enemy is at if somebody doesn't have eyes on him. Back in the speed flux zone. Oh, this is not a good fight. I'm aware I can learn a new move. I'm actually going to. It's a little sketchy. There we go. I died. That happens. But I gotta go knock somebody else out. Oh, there's a Machop. So levels are individual based. If you work together to knock out people, it's fine. Hi there. Okay, got my 2nd Pokemon knocked out. Right? Gonna need that to... It's the full recipe for knocking out a Wigglytuff. Alright, so now I gotta destroy an opponent's skull. You can see at the bottom of this skull here, right where I'm at, there's a 32 out of 60 thing. Goals only allow you to score so many points before they get destroyed. Destroying them has different things and different advantages and whatnot to doing that. You've seen it before where if I walk through like the enemy's base, it slows me down quite a bit. It also shows me up on their radar. Yes, the Zapdos. It's super crazy. Would rather not quite yet mess with him yet. Oh, it wants me to. Alright. I was gonna go destroy some goals, but I'm taking too much time apparently. Apparently that's just what I do. So you can see Zapdos is worth 20 points if you knock him out. But he's super strong as a result. Someone's on our base, but it's okay. Okay. That's fine. I've moved. Which is fine. All goals are worth double points. Yeah, we're about to just cream it. It's about to get crazy. Put me to sleep? How dare you? How dare you? I guess I can't show it now because everyone's gone away. But enemy bases have speed flux zones, which slow you down and speed them up. Golly, I thought you were gonna... There you go. Now I'm the mighty Charizard. That Apom was... Oh no, no. Okay. He was thinking about it. I'm just gonna nope. I'm just gonna no. Alright, I'm gonna use my ultimate move. My ultimate makes me invincible in the air. Like so. And then I can slam dunk him into the ground like that. It's pretty nice.
Time's up.
Right? Like, apparently my timing for when I moved from the goal and when I was scoring just didn't add up properly. Because I'm actually using my good controller for this. Trainer level up. Unite license, yes. Yes. Return to the main menu. Yes. So that's one of the smaller stadiums. Okay. So you have to pick which one you want to start with, even though you didn't play with all of them. I did. I spanked that much hop. But each of these Pokemon have different roles or whatnot. The Edelgos here is a supporter who wants to stick next to other people. You can press X to look at like their movesets and whatnot, see what there is, but there's like 2 passives, the ultimates, there are 2 abilities which can be changed and whatnot. But again, I can explain that later. The Pokemon you choose on this screen is important because this is the only one you get for free in essence. But it's all play style. Like Edelgos, these are all like pretty easy Pokemon to pick up as well. None of them are like super difficult to figure out how to play. So that's the nice part. Other Pokemon can be a little bit more difficult, where they're a little more specific. But yeah, Edelgos is kind of a ranged attacker, but does well in trying to keep your allies alive, so you want somebody next to you. Snorlax is a defender-type Pokemon, where he's meant to, like, stay back. He can help in a fight, and Snorlax is actually one of my favorites to play as currently. He's actually got a pretty good amount of health, but he's kind of slow. He's also kind of large, but some of that largeness can help in a battle. But he really is more of like you don't want to be attacking into the other team with him unless if it's a 1v1 match. Any higher than that, and you just want to go back home. Pikachu we played as, it's a ranged attacker, and he's actually like pretty good as far as speed and attack is concerned. Charizard, who we were just playing as, is an all-rounder. All-rounders, like Pikachu, doesn't have the health to really survive in a prolonged fight. You want somebody in front of him, and that's where like an all-rounder or a defender can help out, where they can take a punch so that you can lay down the damage. Charizard's also like he is technically a melee-based class. Ranged attacks is like practically double the range for the most part. But they can take hits, they can deal damage, and they're pretty mobile for the most part. Speedsters they tend to have moves that'll enable them to move faster around on the field, get into where they need to go. Typically don't have the damage output, but you can usually hit like the enemies pretty quickly, back up, and then get somebody else to go in for the hurt as well. Talonflame's actually like a pretty good speedster. We'll actually start with Snorlax. That's the one I chose, and you can spend the in-game currency to purchase those other ones as well as other Pokemon. So this is the main screen. It's going to take me through the tutorial. Yep, a new Unite license. Unite licenses are basically other Pokemon to play with. But we got a Slowbro. You can see we'll get an Alolan Ninetales eventually as we level up. But some of them you do earn. So you can see these are the only 2 I actually have. There's free licenses. You can see they have this little timer on their icon. So you can play as these and test them out, figure out if you want them or not. And then you can see you go even further down the line. It's just a whole bunch actually. Just pretty good stuff there. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not to mention, like, with Fall Guys, I'm constantly moving the camera around and whatnot, so it's a little bit difficult to process. Here, it's pretty static camera. I'm not too concerned about it, so it makes for easier viewing. I'm sure it'll get blocky once in a while, especially as we try to get into it. But so this is the sort of the main screen when it comes to unlocking like setting up matches and whatnot. You can invite friends. I think it's through, you have to do like either like switch friends, or you have to. There'll be like codes I think later on to actually go find somebody. It's a little confusing right now because I don't actually have friends who play this yet, so we'll work on that, I'm sure. The most important part of this actually is this little one. It says random match, which is sort of being covered up by the begin matching there. There's 3 different options you can do. Friendly match allows you to set up essentially your own private lobbies, and you can go up to 10 with other friends or whatnot, or just random other people. CPU match allows you, you'll face with other humans against a completely CPU team. That's the one we're going to start with. And you can play this game entirely just facing off against the CPU computers. They're definitely easier. I wish there was like a difficulty setting of like easy, normal, and hard computers. They're definitely not that difficult to defeat. There we go. Once the matchmaking successful, you have to hit the actual A button, and then your profile pic lights up. With CPU battles, it won't light up the other ones. Just, it's not gonna happen, but you have to pay attention. Sometimes it takes a while, but this guy will probably automatically ready up, and then we'll start selecting our Pokemon. We're hoping we just go straight into... Nope, somebody actually couldn't get to it in time. That's what it looks like. I've never understood why people can't stick around for matchmaking. It's one of the weirdest things ever. So this is the prep screen. You have 1 minute to choose from the team. You can see everyone's selections on the left side. Who's who and what's what kind of deal. We're just going to stick with what works for us, the Snorlax. The next thing, there's Hollowware. This is where, like, if you've bought a costume for your Pokemon, you can get... you can dress them up a little bit to make them stand out a little bit more. Sadly, I don't have that, but that Snorlax would look adorable in that. While you're waiting, you press the ZL for battle prep. This does different things. More importantly, you can actually select which route you'd like to go for, and then it'll actually tell the other players the plan you're going with. It's not necessary. You don't have to hit the battle prep plan. You can see there's also those little icons you might recognize, like a potion. We'll get into that later. That's a level up thing we have to unlock, which we don't have yet. It's not necessary, but they are nice. They do good work. But we'll get into all that. So we're going to be playing on the standard map now. This is the large map, 5v5. There's 3 tiers of goals. You've got the tier 1s, which are nearer to the center. Tier 2, which is the halfway point between you and home base. And then your actual home base thing. I'm going to start with Tackle, the R ability. You can see this is my Snorlax. His little thing is when he attacks, he has this 3 combo thing rather than like consistent damage. His third attack deals a little bit of splash damage and deals more damage than his other usual attacks. Can grab that, so now I'm... that. There we go. Oh gosh, I have the controls set up differently, so that's slightly awkward. I'll explain later my control setup. But you can leave the controls as it is. Like, it's not terrible. It's just I have a better preference for how I want my stuff to go. I'm just gonna score some points. Get that going for us there. Got an enemy Charmander. There we go. So this game has a little bit of auto-targeting. Can be a little bit confusing sometimes. Just keep hitting him. The nice thing about the Snorlax is that he does heal occasionally over time. Just hit him. Oh, grabs the heal berry, which is fine. Oh, you better back up, little personal Chew. I can't keep him off forever. I don't have the next move set up yet. It's pretty sketchy. I guess you didn't have the... Okay, wait. Gonna have to rest out in the open. It's fine. Resting allows me to heal up. Oh no, I forgot I don't have my little thing yet to... Nope. Hide in... Ugh! I was gonna hide in there so that I could rest easily, because computers tend to lose sight of you once you enter into a bush. They just think you don't exist anymore. That is a shame. But no worries. No worries whatsoever. Now my Snorlax is sprinting because he's been rushing for days. Okay, so now I've leveled up. You can see now there's that little icon that shows Heavy Slam or Flail. It's set up to automatically switch to Heavy Slam, which is what I want. You can just press left or right on the D-pad if you want a particular move set instead. And now Heavy Slam allows me to deal a little bit more damage. It also temporarily stuns my target as well when I hit him with that attack. It's very nice. It also goes a little bit further than my attack normally does. Come on, buddy. Yeah, go on the retreat. Stop healing him. I got close. And someone's attacking Dreadnought. Not to worry at the particular moment. Okay, got the Edelgas, which is good news. I'm gonna score, and then I'm gonna rest. Right, it's the other button at the moment. There we go. Was a little sunburnt. That is true. Alright, so now I leveled up again to level 8, which unlocks the next set of moves. I can upgrade my rest to either block or yawn. It gets rid of my ability to heal myself. However, block is pretty good. Alright. I'm gonna just take care of this. I don't need to use block on him. Yep, you can see he's retreating. Beautiful. So I'll use these guys as my practice. So when I hit block, it blocks projectiles, it knocks Pokemon, and it stuns them when I hit him with the shield. Very nice to just go, especially if you're like defending a goal or you're keeping away from other opponents, or your other allies, I should say. There we go. Come here, yes. Perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna set up and block. Angle does matter, by the way, when it comes to that. You want to make sure you're angling the correct way when you use block, because it only blocks, in essence, the direction you're facing. If they've managed to get around you, you know, you're in trouble town. So we're just gonna stay here and heal up inside our little thing. There is an emergency if you need it, down on the D-pad. Allows you to teleport back to base, which heals you a lot better, but of course it's much further back. So that's one of, you know, it's a matter of do you go for it or not. I do have my ultimate move. When you reach level 10, that gives you your ultimate ability, which is really good, because it gives me basically my rest back, but a much better, yes, but it's much stronger in essence. Okay, wait, there we go. Got a friend now to help me out a little bit here. Just push him back. Yeah, you go on the run. You go away. Perfect. So we just hit all these guys here. They're all in my melee range. I think we're nearing... Okay, the max number of... I actually wanted to block first, and I didn't want to block necessarily that direction. It just worked out that way. Like I said, the controls are a little bit... The controls are set on default. Oh gosh. Someone's crashing the party. Oh, okay. We'll go this way. Gonna be perfectly fine. Okay, I'm gonna just back up, head for home. It's a little too hot. There's this little pad which unlocks eventually called the super jump. This allows you to jump to any point in front of you, but you have to use the right joystick. If you use the left joystick, you're gonna walk away, and then you have to actually right trigger. I wish it was A. I wish it was the A button, but for whatever reason they did that instead. Just how it is. Oh no. The good news is that type-ups don't matter. Like, you don't have to worry about, like, you know, fire beats, grass type of deal. You can just focus on which Pokemon you want to... Nope, nope, nope. Back away from that. Alright, I'm in my heal zone. These berries will heal you. And for Snorlax, he has a passive ability which allows him to heal even more than usual. So that's good news. Yeah, you wanna not attack and score points? Oh, this Talonflame. He's trying. Yep, that would be... I think that's his ultimate attack. I'm gonna nope. Just gonna nope on that. No. I would like to deposit points, but everyone, except for the Pikachu, is down here. And then, of course... Alright, yep, just back away slowly. Alright, gonna see if I can... They can have the Zapdos, I just want to deposit my points. That's all I really want. Got 2 minutes to do so. Step away from the goal. Step away from the goal. And yes. The more points you have, the more time it takes to deposit your points. Whew. There you go. Got there eventually. And then it shows you how much points was scored throughout the match and in each section. Easy peasy. And then it shows all the stuff here. So the numbers are, you've got the left numbers, which is important, is how many points were deposited. You've got the fist, which is how many kills you got, which I got 10 because I was all over the place. And then the next number is assists. And then the last number is sort of your scoring points overall, like how well you did. Yep, not too shabby, I do say. I do say indeed. So we didn't quite level up for a match. CPU battles typically aren't worth as much as doing a regular battle, but typically you win CPU battles. And it's nice if you're just trying to check off like a daily challenge or whatnot, stuff like that. And a good way as well to test out Pokemon and whatnot. But this little thing, this little events thing, you can see there's a bunch of little things here. A lot of it is just reward stuff, like there's the 14-day welcome gifts. Daily missions refresh on a basis. They refresh at, for me it's 5 o'clock. I don't know if that's standard across time regions and whatnot. But it does refresh pretty much every day. And it's pretty simple, honestly. These ones are a little bit more specific, the quick battle challenges. Then you got intense battle training. Make a total of 5 assists. Easy breezy. The game released, so that's just stuff you get there. These aren't complete, like this right now actually has no use right now. I don't have the items for that. But a lot of this is currency stuff that you earn, that you can spend on in the shops. And I might as well go there now, because they're going to explain, but I can do a better explanations. So there's 3 types: the Unite Battle Committee, Eos Emporium, and then the Zerko trading. Sorry. The Unite Battle is where you can purchase other Pokemon, either with the yellow currency coins, which is in-game stuff, or the crystals, which is paid content. You have to be careful because some of the stuff you can actually earn for free. So it's one of those things where you want to keep an eye out. Like for instance, we can buy the Alolan Ninetales, but we'll get it for free through just leveling up. I believe... Who is it? I think... Was it Greninja that we could also get for free? But basically, if you just want to expand your roster, worst case scenario, you're going to want 5 Pokemon you're comfortable with playing around with. Typically 1 from each category in case every other person on your team selects the Pokemon you play as. But you can select them, look at Pokemon info. You know which ones are free if you look through all the challenges and whatnot. That's realistically the only other way. But you can see it takes you to this store. You can hit Y for move descriptions. It shows you like their moves, the passives. I believe, gosh, I don't think I can do it on this screen because I think X all Pokemon just shows you there. Yep. But I know there's another way to look at your Pokemon. Aesoporium is all about it's fashion. It's all stuff that you can buy. There's items here which we don't need to buy right now. These can give us an edge in battle, but they won't do us much good right now if we buy them. But the little tickets that we've been getting, you can spend on getting items like this. You can basically select multiple different items. Or 1 in each category, I think. Yeah, multiple items, there we go. 1 in each category. And then it'll tell you the overall cost when you go to try to obtain it later. And it's all just... It's if you need the stuff. It's not completely necessary. Yes, I want to actually quit, because I'm not looking to there. Zircle Trading does all of these hollow wares. So this is all costumes for Pokemon. This is good stuff. This is all paid content. You have to spend money to get this, but it's still nice. Except for, I think this also is paid content. I'm not entirely sure. But I know there are ways you can earn that type of hollowware stuff as well. Right? So, but yeah, you can get some new outfits. You will unlock some others through level ups and whatnot. X is the main button. You can see there's all this stuff. Friends, the closet to change your stuff. Practice if you need to just practice with a particular Pokemon and you don't want to do it in an official match. I'm going to go down the settings. You can change like the frame rates. The frame rate's important depending on how you play it. For instance, if you're playing this more on your TV, like hooked up to the dock, you can leave it on high. If you play it more like I do, where I'm playing it more in its mobile setting, you probably want it on medium, maybe even low if possible. There's like text, voice chat, even colorblind support. We're gonna go down to controls. So there's opponent lock-on priority. You could change it to where it's either percentage of lowest HP or the default, which is value. You can kind of leave it at value. It's not too terrible. There's attack controls. This is more preference. The default is it just attacks everybody. If you switch to advanced controls, the A button will attack nearby opponent's Pokemon, and B button specifically will go after wild Pokemon. This is useful if you plan to be in enemy territory where you tend to you may want to finish off a wild Pokemon first before engaging an opponent kind of deal. You can leave automatic basic attacks on. That's basically like me holding down the A button kind of deal there. Boosted attack gauge. This is primarily used, for instance, with Snorlax. When I have that on, it'll show me how many attacks that I've got going on at once, because it does keep track even if I stop attacking for a while. And sometimes it's useful to know that's a thing there. So having that there. Lock-on icon, not really necessary. In motion pursuit distance, for me this doesn't actually change much. You can just leave it as the standard. It's not it's not much there. Scoring controls, you can either hold down the button or it's just a simple button press. Again, that's what you prefer there. All that stuff. Move, aim. Nuts. You don't need that as much. Minimap position. Move learning controls. Again, you can also keep that hidden. Aim assist. I usually will actually keep that off. There is like, if you go for ranged attacks, you might want aim assist, either with sensitivity assist, where it's not as hardcore as smart assist is, but typically I actually prefer aim assist off. And then the other thing I change is going down here. So you can see all of the moves are set up, and the one thing I like to change the most is to change this button to move 2. That is highly preferable. That's for a good reason. I told you I was getting confused by controls and whatnot. Switching these around makes it a much easier thing. I leave the Unite move where it is, but I'll show it off in a... actually, we'll show it off in a practice match. There's more tutorials you can go through to learn about more advanced tactics and whatnot, and it actually helps, I believe, check off some of the tutorial stuff. But we're just gonna go back into Snorlax. I'm just selecting Snorlax as the default practice partner, because I want to be able to show off, like, be able to explain why I've switched the controls around. And it's a fair point, but this is definitely more of a personal preference for me as to why I do mess with some of the controls, which it didn't do. That's great. Hang on. Can I change? It happens sometimes. I don't think I could change it here, but that's why we changed that. Nope. So I want X button. No, plus button. Settings. Where's my little thing? Hang on. Because usually there's a quit option. It just happens to be there, but it's not there. So weird. I'm not used to having to actually go through the entire match. Systems. There it is. Leave battle. X. Got it. Okay. I knew it had to be somewhere, so they did move that. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. Yes. I'm victorious. Yes, that's cool. So what I want is basically rest to be the other option. Go back to button settings, because it should have changed to that. Like, unless if I'm super crazy, that should be what I want. We'll try again. If it doesn't change it in practice, then I'm gonna be like, right, let's look through it. Because the other option is for me just to actually switch to my real account and then explain that decision. But, or, because at least that's the good news, is that my real account has the settings I want it to be at. So, alright, so the moment of truth. Okay, yes, okay. So, now I have tackle set as ZR, and then rest is set to R. And there's a perfectly good reason why I set that control scheme up exactly the way it is. The way, like, the controller is set up, I'm gonna have to actually stop charging it. Yes. I know. Yes, there we go. Okay, perfect, that's fine. So, you can see on the HUD, it's set to where normally it's ZR is at the top and then R is at the bottom. But when you're holding the controller like this, it's R is at the top and then ZR is at the bottom. So visually, that throws me off if I see ZR at the top, and I'm like, well, in essence, I see tackle at the bottom, I don't see tackle as R button. So every time I'm trying to use tackle, I'm accidentally resting, or if I want to rest, I'm accidentally, using tackle. And so when I have it set up this way, where at least the controls, in essence, match up the icon placement, then that makes more sense to me, where no matter what Pokemon I'm playing as, I know that the bottom ability is set to the bigger trigger controls, and then the top ability is set on the bumper. Just makes for a cleaner visual thing. The Unite move doesn't upset me that ZL is at the top versus View Map. I don't typically use View Map anyway. Like, you can use you have to hold it down and then move it around anyway, and this just helps to show like what's going on in your world and whatnot, and then you just let go to go back. But the two abilities, Tackle and Rest, placement icons, those I needed to switch around, so I was pretty happy that there was an option to do that. And thanks, I believe it was mentioned. Like, it looks, yeah, this game definitely holds up better than doing Fall Guys. Fall Guys is pretty intensive on the video quality, but it does hold up pretty well. But yeah, so that's my reasoning for changing the controls. That's something you can mess with as well. As you can see, even I was confused by how that works. But we'll do another battle. But yeah, feel free to ask questions. We'll go back to CPU just to keep things simple. Like I said, this is a game I typically just play CPU matches just to get through, like, just get my dailies and whatnot. I'm playing another game a little bit more seriously called Splitgate, which is on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation at the moment. And that's actually really good, but it's a first-person shooter. And I'm certain that would look even worse than Fall Guys, because it's all about moving constantly in a, you know, online... in an online first-person shooter. So I don't think I could actually stream that. I think I need a much better internet service provider for that. Because I would have to up the quality, in essence, how much quality that I stream out. I don't think it could actually handle it. But I can't, if I try raising it up too much, of course that interferes with bandwidth of me trying to play the game, so that's a problem. But yeah, with Fall Guys right now, like, I don't need to play Fall Guys because I'm not interested in the Battle Pass rewards, whereas the last season I wanted to get to it. So I'm thinking possibly of doing this more often, like going back eventually into Fall Guys just to show off some of the games and whatnot. I am gonna go top path. It's what I'm most familiar with there. But I think this could go. I think this would be pretty nice as sort of the new Thursday games to play. I don't know why I didn't tackle it. It didn't work. Just sometimes that happens. It does what it does best. But you can see now there's you can see there's a white bar and a yellow bar underneath my health. That tells me I'm fully charged for my next attack. It goes away after a while, but I know once I attack, it's just a nice visual cue so I don't have to keep track of how much I've got going on. Right? It's like, yeah, I'll stream whatever I want. Ghastly, don't you do it. This is my hometown. But like, I also want to make sure that I produce like good, you know, I want to play a game that looks interesting to watch to play. Like, I don't want to just play any old game, as it were. There we go. I know we're coming up on time. We've done a lot of explaining for this game. But so the good news is that the max time limit is 10 minutes for matches. So this is a game you could easily pick up, play around, and just, you know, not have to worry about committing super heavily to it in essence. It's a very nice game. Like, I do enjoy playing this game. Sort of like Fall Guys, where I'm like, I definitely play this casually. I'm not looking to play this in a competitive sense. It's more about me just trying to get, you know, my daily stuff done. But it looks good. It's pretty simple to watch, where even if you don't know every single mechanic, it's pretty clear as to what you're trying to achieve, kind of deal. So it works. But that's what I'm thinking, is playing this more often. It's a bit of a hassle to set up between where the Switch is usually set up and where I stream from, but because you know me, like, Fall Guys wasn't complicated enough to make sure that would run smoothly. So let me play a game that requires more of a setup to work through. But yeah, this is, like I said, this is a game you could easily pick up if you're interested in playing. Just going for it. There's advanced tutorials and whatnot as well to help explain some of the more advanced tactics. So you might have seen briefly, like, there's a monster you can see on the map, a little monster icon at the top and the bottom. Oh, that ghastly. I was working my way back too, because I was like, oh, someone's gonna be on the defense. But you can see there's a Rotom. On this map in particular, at the very least, there's a Rotom at top, and then there's I actually don't want to attack you by myself. Rotom at top, Dreadnought at bottom. They do different things. Defeating a Dreadnought gives you a good boost of experience points for your team, as well as getting giving players a little health shield on top of their health, making it a little bit easier. So you can see someone knocked out the Dreadnought, so now we each have shields, and we've gained a boost in experience points. Yeah, it's been a good day, no doubts about it. I'm hoping they want to come up here. They may want to take out the others first down there, but it's fine. I can take this for a while. Here we go. You can see the difference between when I'm tapping the A button and when I'm holding it down. I typically just keep tapping the A button. It's what I'm more used to. It's more consistent. It has a better consistent feel. Like when I hold down the A button, I don't always feel like I get the attack, especially when you're moving. There we go. So defeating Rotom puts him on this warpath. A Dread Mom indeed. I don't know what I was saying earlier. Been busy. So Rotom will go to the nearest goal on the top lane, which allows for instant scorings, and your opponent can't block the shots. So it makes for a very consistent scoring. On top of that, it also gives you points. So there's good reasons why you want to go after the Rotom. Oh, hi there. Ah, there. You can see there's also this Buffalant. Okay, almost had him, but of course lost the vision there. So defeating this Buffalant actually gives me and the rest of my team a temporary little power-up. Oh, this Haunter. I'm at least going to need to be in front of you to make sure you don't score my own goal. Anytime you get hit, anytime you have any like beneficial status or bad ones, you can click R stick and it shows you, even while you're playing, what's up with you. So currently, because I knocked out the Buffalants, my attacks slow down my opponents every time I hit them, which is very nice. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna go actually down to the bottom line. This Haunter is making things difficult. Yes. Hi there. Hi there. I know I need to score a goal. I'm kind of concentrating. Yes? Yeah, you wanna... Boom! You're in my zone now. Take it. And then boom! And then we're gonna run away from that guy. We have a huge lead, indeed. I gotta sit here and defend home, though. It's important. Yes. It's what I thought. Okay, now I'm gonna waltz my way down to the bottom lane so I can deposit points, because I think we can get him to surrender if I just deposit my points. I see someone's holding 50 points. When someone's got like a huge bunch of points, you actually will see the number on their thing. I think 50 is the absolute max. Alright, so he didn't actually surrender yet, which is impressive. So I'm just gonna go over here. Zapdos is coming out to play. I'll help him out. Since I'm a defender, I can actually block attacks if someone comes here. There we go. And pretty much every single bad guy went up north onto the unguarded one, because of course they do. The good news is that, so like on this map, the Zapdos spawns consistently. Once you're in the final 2-minute stretch, he'll spawn in, give you a chance to earn some delicious points. There we go. I'm just gonna go deposit my points. Help this guy out, make sure no one interferes with him. Yes! So now they only have their home goal left. It's a kind of nice advantage. The other thing as well, so you never know, you can see when on the top right-ish, on the right side of the timer screen, Edagos's little timer screen shows you how long it takes for her to respawn. You never really know where your opponents are at, but you always know who's been knocked out. Oh, they actually got the Zapdos? That's impressive. But we're on top of this. It's like they should get a good number of points, because no one's left to defending them. Yeah, just go score, man. Go score, man. There. That's the only thing left. I'm just gonna walk my way back. I don't think I could use the thing in defended time. Hi there. Hi there. There we go, yep. So it's got some respawning time. Oh, you think... Man, they've actually got a good number of experience points if their Snorlax is at level 14. Scoring more points like crazy. Usually this doesn't go this badly. Usually we're pretty solid. But I guess the other teammates aren't pulling their weight as much. Luckily it's a pretty hard match to lose. Yeah. They shouldn't have been able to score that much, honestly, even with a Zapdos, but sometimes it happens. Usually it's like a couple minutes, and it's like Dungeons. Yeah, I almost made top rank. If I had deposited my points, I'm pretty certain I would have been the top player. I had 7 kills. Acom had 15, which is fine. He was definitely killing. The big Yeats was doing nothing, so he must have left at some point for having absolutely nothing. There we go. Not too shabby. So I would be cautious about hitting the battle again, because I've had a couple times where I hit battle again and it takes me to a regular random match. Which is important because usually I'm just trying to do computer matches. And then there's these beginner challenges. You'll get I can't claim that, actually. I'll do that. Get an item for that. But we'll get to the Cronats? Gosh, I forget what that crab Pokemon is. Forget him. It's pretty... I don't know all the Pokemon off the top of my head. You'd think I would, at least in this game, but no. No, I don't. Anytime there's a red dot, by the way, it's important to show you what's going on and whatnot. Definitely the first couple times, the game is going to show you where to go, how to get things and whatnot. But you can just pretty much, as long as you remember, like, I didn't know at first that there were CPU matches when I first started off. But I'd say that's the only thing important to know, is that you can hit the random match and just go to CPU match. and then you pretty much shouldn't lose. You won't get as much rewards for doing a CPU match, like I said, as you would in a normal match. It's practically half the rewards, but usually it's pretty... most of the time I've had it where they surrender within, like, the 5 minutes, sometimes 7 minutes, but they usually will surrender it, and so it saves a lot of time that way. Yeah, no, pretty good music. Seems well fits into the Pokemon universe as well. But yeah, I do like this game. It's pretty well made, and it's very different from the usual MOBA games that are out there. The League of Legends, the Heroes of the Storm from Blizzard. You've got Dota from, in essence, Steam out there. And this is a very nice take on sort of, you're not necessarily trying to destroy the other team, you're just trying to score more points than the other team. And the crazy thing is, you never really know what the actual score is between the two of you. You may have not seen it. Usually like when you play these games, there's usually a score indicator of like who's in the lead and who's whatnot. Here you don't have that visual cue. You can have a pretty good idea if one person has if one team has lost all of their forward bases and it's only just their home base and yours is still standing, you're in the lead. But if each of you have both lost a goal on each side, you really don't know who's in the lead. And so it's very interesting where at the end screen, if it's been a pretty even battle, you might not really know, be like, did we do just enough to get through? But it's a very interesting decision they did for not showing the scores. But I think it works really well because it makes you play harder, in essence, to try to always be ahead of the other team, to do your best, since you never really know if you're trying to come back. It does tell you, I think at the 5 minute and the 1 minute mark, it gives you an idea of where you are. It might say you have a huge lead, or it's you have a huge advantage. Teams are similar, or it's you're losing, you have a disadvantage kind of deal. And that gives you an idea of scoring wise how close you are to each other. You typically want to see you have a lead over your opponents. But I think that is gonna be it for today. We actually did a straight hour of streaming, which is always a good sign. And it looks like we haven't had any issues with the internet. And I'm sure it looked much cleaner than Fall Guys does because the camera's moving less around. There's less video for the from my actual software to process. So all that good stuff. But yeah, I think this is what I will be doing. It's kind of interesting because it took me a while to set this up, and I kind of made this decision last minute to show off this game. I was going to show off a different game, and then I was like, what if I just did Pokemon Unite? And so I think it's been a good choice, and I think we'll stick with it. I think Pokemon Unite will be our new main feature for now. See how that works. I'll play with my next time. I'll play with my regular account, and I'll go into some of the other details and whatnot. Right. I'm sure I'll come back to Fall Guys to at least show off some of the new stuff. But I definitely confident in choosing this new having this be the new multiplayer game to show off. But that is gonna be it. Thanks for sticking with me. I'll definitely have some more stuff to talk about next time around to explain some of the other details and whatnot. But if you play the game by yourself, it slowly unlocks things for you and helps explain stuff along the way. I breezed through the tutorials because I've already seen it and I could explain on the run. But good stuff indeed. But yep, that's everything. I'll end the stream for real this time. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and it will be next Thursday I'll come back. Have fun, and I will see you next time. Take care.